do you have there?
A journal entry by Isadora.
Hopefully it will help us unravel more of this mystery.
Revelio. Sebastian, I think I found something. A canvas piece.
Lumos, brilliant. Our efforts weren't in vain after all. Still, something about this place feels odd.
If the triptych led us here to find this bit of canvas, we can probably assume that Isadora Morganach was here.
She seems to have been everywhere.
But if she was using the Undercroft, and the cellar beneath her manor in Feldcroft, why would she create this space?
And why hide it behind cryptic rune symbols? And ancient magic that no one but you could see?
Isadora and Percival Rackham, another of the Keepers, could see traces of ancient magic too.
Rackham? I haven't heard his name before.
His are some of the memories I've seen. I don't think he and Isadora saw eye to eye on how this magic should be used.
This is all rather baffling. Let's take the canvas back to the triptych. Perhaps the answers are there. This place is odd, to be sure, but I'm fascinated by it. Now, for the trek back out of here and to Hogwarts.
Unless we can find another passageway to the Undercroft. Let's have a look around. Lumos.
Lumos. And now for the moment of truth.
It has to fit. Lumos. Please tell me you recognize the location in this bit of canvas.
The good news is I do, in fact.
And the bad news?
We're in for more trouble. I know that coast. Ranrock has taken over a huge mine in the surrounding area. Marenweem has suffered for it. It's as bad as Feldcroft's become. Should we head there now?
We should wait.
Why?
All this time, we've been a step behind Ranrock. I may know someone who could help us get ahead.
Who is that?
Someone who knows Ranrock personally. They asked me not to mention their name to anyone.
A goblin? Tell me I'm wrong. You know goblins cursed my sister to shut her up. Said she should be seen and not heard.
I do, but not all goblins are...
Not all goblins what? Have you forgotten Feldcroft? Have you forgotten the mine we just went through?
No, Sebastian, I haven't. You're not listening to me.
Why would I listen to someone so ignorant?
You don't know what you're saying. Take a breath for a moment.
Oh, I know precisely what I'm saying. Unbelievable.
Only a hairy-hearted sod would cast Flipendo on a cow. Not saying I don't cast the odd cleaning spell when no one's looking. Can't imagine how muggles get by without magic. It makes me feel a bit guilty. Levioso and Sneaky.
It's not like her to forget.
I didn't keep you waiting, did I?
Not at all. I was just at the post office. Gran told me to expect a package, but it looks as if she forgot to send it. She didn't send me an owl this week either. Perhaps she's busy with her research.
What kind of research is she doing?
It varies from week to week, but it's always to do with creatures. Last week she was studying Legnon.
What was she sending you?
Only some feed she's been developing. I was going to give it to Professor Howen for the Kneasel.
What did you find out about the dragon you were tracking?
I realized that she didn't know the poachers had her egg, so when she left her tent, she would have headed straight to her nest. I went back to the tent and tracked her flight.
How do you track a dragon long after she's gone?
Tree canopies, burn marks, things like that.
Well done. You certainly know what you're doing.
I can't be certain, but I have an idea of one place she may have been heading. I thought we might go and see it for ourselves.
Of course. Shall we leave now?
If that's all right. I want to see how she's faring if she had a collar on. And she's likely frantic about her egg. Here we are. I do think this is where we'll find her. The terrain's typical of where the breed would nest. I suspect it's how the poachers found her to begin with. Perhaps nabbed her first and then her egg. Dragons are hard enough to wrangle, let alone maternal one.
You got all of that from simply standing here?
You'd be surprised how easy it is to think like a poacher.
That sounds straightforward enough.
We should be in and out. Then we can be finished with the poachers once and for all.
If you're right about finding her here, how do we go about returning the egg?
Her nest will likely be in the heart of her den, which she will be keeping guard over. It might also be more charred than anywhere else, I imagine.
Well then, let's find our dragon and return her egg.
Wonderful. If she sees us flying about, she might take it as a sign of aggression or food. We should stay on foot. Oh, and one more thing. Let's not agitate her. Goodness knows she's been through enough already. I'm ready when you are.
Revelio.
There she is, above us. She did make it home safely. Oh, good. It looks as if she wasn't collared like the other dragons.
For what it's worth, she doesn't seem to have spotted us yet.
Let's hope it stays that way. At least until we've done what we came to do.
How charming. They keep in touch with each other. There she is again. Prepare her.
Fantastic.
From a distance. Revelio.
I wonder how good her eyesight is.
I beg your pardon?
I don't imagine the poachers fed her well. And from a distance, we probably look exactly like sheep to her. Hebrideans love sheep.
How lucky for us. Watch your step. Revelio. Or just raring for a fight.
Uh-oh.
Well, there's no coming back now. Over here! Still be able to smell you.
Yeah, well, she didn't turn invisible. What's the matter with her?
Watch out! It's her domain. She'll make sure we know it. Keep it. We've just got to make it to the nest.
Oh, she isn't making it easy.
Not a warm welcome.
It's a little too warm, if you ask me.
Hmm?
Good thinking, but she'd still be able to smell you.
Ah.
I don't suppose she listened to reason.
I'd normally try, but we're well past that. She's leaving! Quickly!
Brilliant.
There's the nest. We're almost there.
Hmm.
Why is every bridge here broken?
Repair it.
Now, if we just return her egg, we can hopefully make it out. Good thinking, but she'd still be able to smell you.
You're welcome.
That was brilliant! And did you see how clever? She left us perfectly unharmed.
Creatures are a lot cleverer than most people realize.
That's what Gran always says. The important thing is that we survived it, and we returned her egg. Thank you for doing this with me. Wouldn't blame you one bit if you wanted to head back to the castle and never think about dragons again.
I was hoping to look around for a moment, if you don't mind. Take it all in.
I suppose we could catch our breath. I'm ready whenever you are.
Revelio. I can't believe any of what just happened.
Still taking it all in.
No. I think I'm ready to leave if you are.
I am. After our dragon rescue at Hauntel Hall, I half expect to be ambushed by poachers.
Understandable. We did sabotage their fighting ring and steal a dragon egg from them.
True. True. So why haven't they come after us? It's not like them to let things lie. Unless...
Unless what?
Unless they haven't let things lie. Oh no, I can't believe I didn't see it. We need to leave. I need to send an owl. How could I have been so blind?
Revelio. I should let Deke know about the newborn Thestral.
Nice to see you, my young friend.
Revelio. Nice to see you again.
Nice.
What do you have for sale?
What are we in the market for today? Have I mentioned you're welcome to stop by any time?
High Wing! Go! Let's go! Come on, High Wing!
I won't rest until you're... Tougher than a dying, are we?
Faster, High Wing! High Wing! Go!
Hello?
There! Mysterious and a bit unsettling. What to do?
You're here. Good.
Sebastian, that relic you mentioned,
Don't think I've forgotten about your goblin friend. I haven't. But I needed to tell you what I've learned. I believe one of Slytherin's students stumbled upon the relic during an assignment to study sarcophagi in this catacomb. From what I read in a report by the student, they weren't permitted to take it with them, so I must assume it's still here. As I mentioned earlier, this relic grants its holder the power to reverse dark magic curses. If it's in this catacomb, I have to find it. For Anne. I need to see her.
I'd be interested to know what else the student discovered.
Have a look. Unfortunately, there's no name on it, but I suspect if it was important enough for Slytherin to stash in his spellbook, it's worthy of further study.
I'm ready to explore the catacomb. Perhaps we can visit Anne when we've finished.
Perfect. By the way, Ominous has been asking about you. You didn't tell him what we were doing, did you?
I didn't. I promise.
Good. Ominous would be livid if he knew what we were about to do. I'll be interested to compare what lies inside to what I've read about this catacomb.
Oh, nice to see you here. Ah, isn't the sea air refreshing?
Revelio. Lumos.
Lumos. I'm sure that foul smell is the scent of success. Try not to lose your nerve just yet.
At least now we know we're not alone in here.
Perhaps that was it. and the rest of the tomb will be insect-free.
Yeah, spiders aren't insects.
Don't start.
Opening all of these is tempting. Lumos.
This room is taller than it looks. We're here for a reason. I'd say opening them all is justified.
Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Levioso.
Finding a chest in an inconspicuous loft. Brilliant.
Revelio. Lumos. Lumos.
Lumos.
Revelio. Accio. Confringo. Revelio.
Watch your step. I nearly slipped there. All this grass, it no longer feels like a tomb. I've read about catacombs that underwent expansion efforts and ran into problems, often cave-ins.
And then were abandoned.
Exactly. We'll be fine,
Revelio.
though.
Revelio. Lumos. Confringo! Revelio. Lumos.
Lumos.
Confringo. Divorzo. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos.
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 Lumos. Now this is the sort of great room I want to be buried in.
Surrounded by grandeur.
Grandeur and then some. Even an altar with a pile of bones. Lovely.
Bones outside a sarcophagus. Seems odd. Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Confringo. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Divorzo. Confringo. Lumos. Divorzo. Lumos. Leviosa. There's something here by the altar.
What did you find?
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Lumos. Leviosa. Looks like part of a student's diary. It mentions plans to return for the relic, and conjuring barricades using bones.
Of course. The student's summary referenced the space beyond the Great Room, which means this can't be a dead end. Let's divide and conquer. You work on sorting out the bone barricades, I'll look around and see what we missed. Hold on to that diary entry. There may be more to it.
it does mention something else. It says...
Really? We need to focus on moving beyond...
Do you think the pages were left here on purpose?
Slytherin mentioned a student who excelled in charms and always carried a satchel stuffed. They might have been left on purpose, or the...
Of course. I'll start to search for those barracks.
Brilliant. Bones stacked oddly on either side of this archway.
Leave no stone unturned. Or in this case, no bone. Lumos. We're in the tomb. I assume eerie sounds come with the territory. Accio! Lumos. Accio! Lumos. Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
You've done it. I knew we'd get through. I felt it in my bones.
Nice.
Before we trudge on further, I've just realized something. The student's diary mentions the Imperious Curse. I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to need it here. It's an unforgivable, but useful when you're outnumbered. Places the victim completely under the caster's control. So, if you'd like to learn Imperio, I can teach you.
Where did you learn the Imperious Curse?
I taught myself. Don't tell Ominous that I've told you. It's not exactly something I can brag about, but it may come in handy. I think...
Shouldn't I know more about what the curse entails?
Remember the blasting curse? Same idea, except when it comes to unforgivable curses, your intention has to be clear. You have to mean it.
It's probably wise to know the spell.
You have a lot at stake. You have an ability that evidently no one's seen for centuries. Focus your wand movement. It's not an easy spell to master. There we go. Something troubling ahead. Be on your guard.
Revelio. Lumos.
Another barricade. Considering how well you did on the last one, this should be a cinch.
How gracious of you.
I try.
Lumos.
Lumos!
Lumos.
That worked. Keep going.
Lumos.
Lumos.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Forza. Lumos.
Lumos.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Lumos. Accio. Revelio. Lumos.
Lumos.
Accio. Revelio. Accio.
This looks different than what we faced before. Now we're also dealing with rune symbols.
Wingardium Leviosa. Lumos.
Lumos. You are head and shoulders above these bones. Nicely done.
Confringo. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Protego. Stupefy. Confringo. Stupefy. Incendio. Stupefy. Confringo. Stupefy. Confringo. Incendio. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Lumos. Stupefy. Stupefy. Accio. Lumos.
Never knew spiders could make such a mess.
Bit dramatic, isn't it?
Lumos.
Accio. Lumos.
Lumos.
Revelio.
This catacomb has suffered decay, just as the student's summary described.
I doubt anyone's been here in quite some time.
Lumos. see why Slytherin's student was so entranced with this place.
Revelio. Incendio. Stupefy. Confringo. Defender. For a moment there, I thought that'd never end.
Lumos!
Revelio. Lumos.
Lumos! Dead end. Lovely. All that for nothing.
Hold on. Don't give up yet. Revelio. Sebastian, the relic. Look.
Could it be?
The note and rendition of the relic. It matches. This must be where the student left the relic.
I can't believe it. After all this, it lines up. We've really found it.
What do you suppose is meant by the dark sacrifice required to realize the relic's potential?
I have no idea. But we're here for the relic.
The note advises to leave the relic alone.
I assure you, we were meant to find this. For Anne's sake. I'm taking it. Let's get to Feldcroft. I must keep this relic secret. Especially from my uncle. Ominous. The sounds we kept hearing. It was you.
You gave me no choice. I had to follow you. Sebastian, please, leave the relic alone. We can find another way to help Anne.
I'm sorry, Ominous, but I'm taking it.
No, you're not. If you won't put it back, then I will.
Hold on, both of you. Sebastian, please, take a step back.
Fine. But Ominous knows. I won't step back from a fight.
Can't believe this.
Accio. How much did you hear?
Everything. I was glad to hear you tell Sebastian to leave the relic. We need to stand together. Convince Sebastian this is wrong.
And if nothing will change his mind?
Something has to. I need your help.
You're right. This seems far riskier than Sebastian realizes.
Good. We're agreed. We don't allow him to leave here with the relic.
I do think we should talk to him, but I fear we won't stop him from taking the relic.
What are you suggesting?
I'm suggesting we negotiate. We allow Sebastian to leave with the relic under one condition. After this, no more.
I feel that's what we agreed to in the scriptorium. I'm being taken for a fool.
You're not ominous. This may be the only way to keep your friendship intact. Let's trust him to know what's best.
Fine. If I trust him on this, I'm trusting you too. The dark arts seem harmless until it's too late. Go then. Leave with the relic. I'll not say a word more. I hope I don't regret this.
Sebastian, we're ready.
What is it? I haven't changed my mind.
Ominous has. Let's go.
What? Ominous?
I'll explain on the way. Come on. Lumos.
Lumos.
Confringo. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos.
Lumos. Well, what happened back there?
Ominous and I found a compromise.
Ominous simply needs a moment with you and he'll change his mind. Is that it?
I told him we ought to give you this chance. That the relic is too important to ignore.
There has to be more to it than that. Tell me.
We agreed on what was needed, Sebastian. You have my word. I need to find a safe way across. Lumos. 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 Confringo. Lumos. Confringo. Confringo. Lumos. Lumos. Accio. Lumos. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Rickety bone bridge complete. Lumos. Revelio. Accio. Lumos.
How do you do that? Mason, that's not cool, man. You want to hang out, watch me play Hogwarts? Why not? Do you want to do something? What are you doing? Oh, baby. Oh, baby.
As we were leaving, Ominous wouldn't even acknowledge me. That's not like him.
He was troubled, Sebastian. Even though we agreed to it all, it's been a lot to take in.
I thought he understood. He knew we couldn't give up. All of this is too important. For Anne.
Confringo. Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. Confringo. Confringo. There's no telling.
You're here.
Oh no. I screwed up.
You're here.
Oh. I goofed up. Okay, we're gonna do the speed run. God damn it.
I'm ready to explore the catacomb.
I'll be interested to compare what lies inside to what I've read about this catacomb. I'm sure that foul smell is the scent of success. Try not to lose your nerve just yet.
Lumos. Accio. Opening order is tempting. Expelliarmus. At least now we know we're not alone in here.
Perhaps that was it. And the rest of the two...
Accio. Yeah, spiders aren't insects.
Don't start.
Lumos.
Lumos.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Finding a chest in an inconspicuous loft. Brilliant.
Lumos.
Lumos!
Revelio. Revelio. Confringo. Convulso. Confringo. Lumos. Accio.
Now this is the sort of great room I want to be buried in.
Surrounded by grandeur.
Grandeur and then some. The multiple tiny bones. Lovely.
Bones outside a sarcophagus. Seems... Accio. Revelio. Accio. Guardian Leviosa. There's something here by the altar. Accio. Guardian Leviosa. We're in the tomb. I assume eerie sounds come with the territory. Lumos. Revelio. Accio. Guardian Leviosa. Lumos. We've made it this far, but clearly we have more to do. Lumos. Incendio. Confringo. Lumos. Accio. Lumos. Accio. Guardian Leviosa. Accio. Guardian Leviosa. Guardian Leviosa. Accio. Guardian Leviosa. Accio. Guardian Leviosa. Complete. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Accio. Lumos.
What did you find?
Do you think? Of course.
There's more to this than even I imagined. Lumos. Before we go any further, I just realized something. The student's diary,
It's probably wise to know the spell.
I couldn't agree more. You have a lot at stake. Focus your wand's movement. It's not an easy spell to master. There we go. Something troubling ahead. Be on your guard.
Revelio.
Another barricade. Considering how well you did on the last one, this should be a cinch.
How gracious of you.
I tried.
Revelio. Accio.
Silent as a grave.
Bit dramatic, isn't it? Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Accio. Lumos.
Lumos! This catacomb has suffered decay, just as the student's summary described.
I doubt anyone's been here in quite some time.
Lumos!
Accio. Lumos.
Lumos.
Accio. Lumos.
That worked. Keep going. Lumos.
Accio. Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio. Accio.
This looks different than what we faced before. Now we're also dealing with rune symbols.
Lumos.
Lumos.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Lumos.
You are head and shoulders above these bones. Nicely done.
Revelio. Lumos.
I see why Slytherin's student was so entranced with this place.
For a moment there, I thought that'd never end. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos.
Lumos.
Confringo. Accio.
Dead end. Lovely. All that for nothing.
Hold on. Don't give up yet. Revelio. Sebastian! The relic! Look!
Could it be?
The note and rendition of the relic. It matches.
I can't believe it.
What do you suppose is
I have no idea.
The note advises...
I assure you, I'm taking it. I must keep this relic secret, especially from my uncle. Is that ominous? Ominous! The sounds we kept hearing. It was you.
You gave me no choice. I had to follow you. Sebastian, please, leave the relic alone. We can find another way to help Anne.
I'm sorry, Ominous, but I'm taking it.
No, you're not. If you won't put it back, then I will.
Hold on, both of you. Sebastian, please, take a step back.
Fine, but Ominous knows. I won't step back from a fight.
Can't believe this.
How much did you hear?
Everything. I was glad to hear you tell Sebastian to leave the relic. We need to stand together. Convince Sebastian this is wrong.
And if nothing will change it...
Something has to.
You're right. This seems
Good. We're agreed. We don't...
I do think we should talk to him.
What are you suggesting?
I'm suggesting we allow Sebastian.
I feel that's what we...
You're not ominous.
Fine. I hope I don't regret this.
Sebastian, we're ready.
What is it? I haven't changed my mind.
Ominous has. Let's go. Lumos.
What? Ominous?
I'll explain on the way. Come on.
Well, what happened back there?
Ominous and I found a compromise.
Ominous simply needs a moment with you and he'll change his mind. Is that it?
I told him we ought to give you this chance. That the relic is too important to ignore.
There has to be more to it than that. Tell me.
We agreed on what was needed, Sebastian. You have my word.
I never wanted to keep all this from Ominous. He just doesn't understand. As we were leaving, Ominous wouldn't even acknowledge it. That's not like him.
He was troubled, Sebastian. Even though we agreed to it all, it's been a lot to take.
I thought he understood. He knew we couldn't give up. All of this is too important. For Anne.
Rebellion! Confringo! Revelio! Confringo! Lumos! Confringo! Revelio! Confringo! Lumos.
When we get to Feldcroft, I'd rather Anne not know what had to be done to get this relic. She thinks like Ominous. It'd only upset her. no. This isn't good.
What is it?
Smoke! Over there, by the hamlet. Feldcroft's in trouble. They're under attack.
Let's hurry.
Not quite.
They're closing in!
We'll make I'm handling it.
No!
Boy! What have you done?
Saved my sister.
With an unforgivable curse. From that damned book, no doubt. Your father would be ashamed. You've gone too far, Sebastian. Stay away from her.
He's dumb.
From all of us.
But he saved her. What the hell?
What did my uncle expect me to do? The Imperious curse saved Anne's life. That goblin was going to kill her.
You did what you had to do.
If I have to keep proving that to my uncle, I will. He cannot banish me from my own home. From my sister.
It might be best to let him calm down a while. May I speak to him? Perhaps I can help to ease the tension a bit.
You may be right. Very well. Probably best if I get away from here for a while. I'll head back to Hogwarts.
Oh boy!
Revelio. Pardon me, Mr. Sallow.
What Sebastian did was inexcusable. You cannot possibly be about to defend him.
Sebastian and I have encountered Ranrock's loyalists before. That goblin would have killed Anne.
This family does not resort to using dark magic, even against our enemies. What Sebastian did cannot be undone. That you are defending Sebastian's behavior at all tells me everything I need to know. You are as guilty as he is. Sebastian is to come nowhere near Feldcroft, nowhere near Anne. Unforgivable curses are so named for a reason. If I hear that either of you continues down this path, if either of you uses dark magic, I will notify the headmaster immediately.
Snitch.
Why, Sebastian?
Revelio. Aloha Mora.
Well, if he's gonna be a snitch, I might as well rob him.
Revelio. Revelio.
Oh, good, you're safe.
There you are. You were in such a state when you left.
The poachers got to my gran. Someone recognized me in Horntail Hall and they got to her.
What do you mean? Is she all right?
She's fine, thank goodness. But they were at her house, our house. They assumed I'd sent the egg there. She said they took the whole place apart looking for it, screaming that he'd cost them everything.
I'm sorry, Poppy. I'm glad she's all right. I don't think either one of us could have anticipated that.
I should have known. I underestimated the poachers. And now another creature's in danger.
What do you mean?
The poachers refused to leave empty-handed, so they took valuable journals that Gran had discovered when she was researching rare creatures. One of them contained theories about a secret hiding place of the Snidget, long thought to be extinct.
Exactly what kind of creature is a Snidget?
It's a small bird with golden feathers. It's incredible. It has rotational wings that allow it to dart quickly in any direction. In fact, the golden snitch in Quidditch is based on the Snidget, which barbarically was actually used in the sport hundreds of years ago.
Why would Snidgets be valuable to poachers?
They could make more money with Snidgets than they ever would have fighting dragons. The golden Snidget's feathers and eyes are incredibly valuable. That's why they're believed to be extinct. They were hunted out of existence by wizard kind. If the poachers found some now, I can't bear to think about the horrific way they'd be bred and killed for profit.
Where exactly are these snidgets allegedly hidden?
Gran says the journals were a bit cryptic, which is good. Perhaps the poachers won't be clever enough to find the birds. From what she recalls, the journals only noted that the key to finding them lay in the moonlight. Gran thinks it can be narrowed down to a handful of locations.
I take it you aren't going to let the poachers anywhere near the snidgets.
Gran wants me to stay out of it, but I know she's devastated that poachers might go after the snidgets, if they still exist. We had the element of surprise on our side when we saved that dragon, but the poachers will be watching for us now.
We need allies. Others who hate the poachers enough to help us, who value creatures as much
Merlin's beard! You're a genius! The centaurs! They'd want the snidgets protected at all costs.
Sounds as if we need to go and talk.
We'll need to be careful in how we approach them. Still, I think they may be our only hope. I'll let you know as soon as I have a plan.
Revelio. Lumos. Lumos.
Whatever.
Lumos.
Hello there.
Hello, Armeet. Do I recall you saying that you speak gobbledygook?
I did. I mean, I do. Speak it. Is this to do with the goblin I saw?
It is. His name is Lodgok. We could use your help with something. He's waiting for me near a goblin mine. Would you be willing to help?
Of course! How exciting! I mean, well, might this be dangerous?
I think he simply wants to show me something that involves gobbledygook. If it helps, he's a friend of Sirona's.
Good to hear. Good to hear. If Sirona trusts him, then I feel much better.
Have you ever spoken?
Unbelievably, no. I'm so looking forward to it. Actually,
you said you know
I've been reading it for as long as I've been reading English. My parents have an Once I grew bored with the classics, I devoured goblin writings. I'd tell you some titles, but you wouldn't.
Lord Gok is waiting.
Of course. I just...
Nice to see you again.
Likewise.
What do you have for sale?
What are we looking for today? This will do just fine. Thank you. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it.
Away, Highwing! Away! Faster, Highwing! Let's go! Come on, Highwing!
You received my owl. Good, good.
Lumos. A friend who speaks gobbledygook is meeting us. Before he arrives, perhaps you could tell me why we're here?
Of course. Unfortunately, presenting Ranrock with the Helmet of Urtkot did not have the effect I'd hoped. Because he knew the details surrounding its plunder, he presumed I'd had help from a witch or wizard in retrieving it.
How else did he expect Goblinkind to get the helmet back? Seems he has no interest.
I'm afraid we do not have the luxury of... Damn Bragbor and his blasted journals.
Bragbor?
An ancestor of Ranrock's, renowned metal worker. If we are to work together... Not long ago, Ranrock sent me to collect a recently unearthed... They described repositories that Bragbor had been commissioned to build for a group of witches and wizards.
What do you mean, repository?
Large, magically fortified receptacles crafted from goblin... Ranrock recruited others to help me We were to search anywhere that was connected to 5 names mentioned in the journals. Rackham, Fitzgerald, Bakar, Morganach, and Rookwood.
Rookwood Castle?
That is where we began our search.
Why does Ranrock care so much about these repositories?
He cares about what they contain. For centuries, wizards have refused to share their magical knowledge with goblins. Your kind will not even let us carry wands. Thus, many goblins, myself included, have spent our lives mistrust. Ranrock was convinced that the repositories contained a magical power that wizards wanted to keep for them. He is determined to take it for goblin kind.
Here comes my friend Amit. Probably best to continue our conversation later.
Greetings, Lord Cock. It is an honor, sir.
You speak gobbledygook.
Oh, Bacalio.
Enough. Please do not tell me that was meant to be gobbledygook.
Well, yes. Perhaps my pronunciation was a bit off. I imagine certain dialects differ?
Pronunciation is not the issue. I barely recognize that as language. I trust you can read gobbledygook better.
I can, Sir Lodgok.
Just Lodgok. Thankfully, we only need someone who can decipher written plans, since I cannot join you in the mine.
What written plans? And why can't you come with us?
We need some idea of what Ranrock knows or is plotting. I suspect a careless... And I'm unable to join you because I cannot risk anyone report... All you need to do is not be seen. Either by the eye above the enchanted door, or a loitering...
What else should we know about the enchanted door?
The door will not open while the eye can see you. You and your friend must be invisible to it to gain access. From what I know of wizard magic, that shouldn't be too difficult to achieve.
Amit and I can do this.
I will await your return. I shall see you soon.
I'm quite good at sneaking about. You'll see.
Revelio. The door is looking at us.
Books so rarely prepare one for reality. A real goblin mine. It's even grander than I had expected.
Expelliarmus. I'll be quiet. Revelio.
I cannot believe I met a goblin.
Let's just learn what we can and get out.
Look at this lift. Impressive workmanship for so simple a device.
Impressive workmanship aside, it's the only way forward.
These machines operate on steam. Interesting. I still can't believe we're inside a real goblin mine. I've read about mines like this, but seeing one is something else altogether.
We need to be careful. As I'm sure you know, not all goblins are as friendly as Lodgok, to say the least.
Watch your step round here. What's a human? Find him!
I'll get us through here safely, Arnold. You have my word. Revelio. They're being watched. By a door. We won't get through as long as we can be seen by that eye. I should use disillusion. That eye won't see a thing.
I feel like a character from one of the adventure books I read during the summer holidays.
Let's take a look around, Armeet. See if we can find any plans.
Wow, a schematic. They're building something. I can't quite make it out. Curious. Let me know if you see any more plans or schematics. We can't return to Lodgok empty-headed.
Revelio.
translating this correctly, and I think that I am, they're building something rather large. But what? There must be more notes around here. What could they be building?
If you're there, not quiet enough. Get I'll get you for this. Your spell's gone properly.
Oh, this moving is too much.
Stay close. I've had it much worse.
Accio, this place is more complex than I had expected.
Descender. Accio. Revelio. Confringo. Revelio.
Another schematic. I will get to the bottom of what they've been building down here.
Revelio. Revelio. Accio. Repulso.
What is rightfully ours. Why, it's a grapple, you are. Most of you will regret coming. One less human to
Pity, not quite.
This is where you will fail.
Incendiary.
Let's get this over with. Lucky that's all.
That should be the last of them I'll eat. Revelio.
Right. Don't wish to be seen, do we?
The door is looking at us. Incendiary. Revelio.
This is not good.
Oh, boy.
They're building enormous drills, bigger than this mine could contain.
Let's get out of here and tell Lodgott what we found. There must be a quicker way out of here than retracing our steps.
Revelio.
I need a moment to catch my breath. This was more than I bargained for.
I'm glad you came with me, Amit. Now that we know what they're up to, we can get out of here. We're almost out of here, Amit. Look, the lift.
A welcome sight indeed. Can we please talk about
Revelio.
Can we please...
That wasn't so bad, was it?
It was. It really was. I'm afraid I've had enough adventure for one day. For a lifetime, perhaps.
Thank you, Amit. I couldn't have done it without you.
Understood? Your goblin secrets are safe with me. Without further ado, adieu.
They're building enormous drills.
I fear you are correct. Other than Rookwood Castle, however, I do not know where else...
I've been wondering about something else you said before we...
Yes?
If you share Ranrock's views, then why are you helping me?
I expected Rookwood Castle to be deserted when I arrived to begin my search. So was surprised to find a witch there who had set up a sort of improvised research site. She was studying something so intently that she almost didn't notice me. When she looked up, I thought she would react with fear or disdain. But instead she did something that I will never forget. Without a moment's hesitation, she smiled and asked me to sit with her. She told me that she was a researcher and showed me a small, oddly shaped container with a strange symbol on it. She was certain it was made of goblin metal, but was unable to open it. She wanted to work together.
Miriam.
Yes. But how did you...
Professor Fig's wife. He told me of her research, and I know of the container.
Ah. The reverence with which she talked of goblins and their intelligence and skill, it caught me entirely off guard. I'd never been treated with such respect by a witch or wizard. So, to my surprise, I let her study the container if she would allow me to search the castle on my own. We parted ways, with her promising to share what she'd learned. More of Ranrock's recruits arrived, and we began to dig, eventually locating the first repository. Ranrock was thrilled with our discovery, but furious when I told him about Miriam. Berated me for trusting a witch, and I heard she'd been killed.
You think Ranrock murdered her?
I don't want to believe it, but I don't know. After that, something shifted in me. I had seen how the power from the repositories was transforming Ranrock, transforming all of them. I could no longer remain a part of it.
Thank you, Lodgok, for telling me this.
I tell you all of this so that you understand what is at stake. Ranrock never found all of Bragbor's journals, but the ones he did find suggest that Bragbor at some point built a repository far greater in size than the one beneath Rookwood Castle. What you've discovered here today worries me deeply. If Ranrock learns of the location of that repository, I fear we shall be destined for a great war. I will find out what Ranrock knows. Watch for my owl.
Whoa.
Confringo!
I hope Professor...
I believe my next broom upgrade to be even more impressive than the last. Come by Spin Witches as soon as you can.
Revelio.
What are you up to now?
Historically speaking, there's never been a tea like this.
Hello again. Wonderful to see you. As before, I've arranged a special price on the broom upgrade for you. You'll be thrilled with that broom, I promise you. You're all set with the new one?
You'd like me to report back with even more?
You know, Miss Ray's is running a time. However, if...
I'm not worried, Mr. Weeks. I'll see if...
I hope you are able to complete these. Do be careful, of course. I look forward to our next meeting.
Perhaps I could test out my new upgrade on the way.
Welcome back.
Hello, Professor. I have news. The goblins are looking for something. Another repository. They've built drills to help with their search.
Most troubling.
Are these repositories like the broken container I found at Rookwood Castle?
They are. I fear we have no time to lose. Have a look at the map. Fortunately, the next trial is fairly nearby.
It's Hogwarts.
As you know, I was headmistress in my time. My portrait hangs in the headmaster's office. In fact, I witnessed Professor Black learn of your arrival. And I'll confess that I wondered about you.
Wait, is the next trial in the headmaster's office?
It is. I had hoped that when the time came, the occupant of that office would be of help to us. Unfortunately, this headmaster seems wildly unconcerned with anything but himself. You'll need to access the office while he's away.
I understand. Very well. I'll find some way to get in.
Good. I shall meet you in my portrait there. Until then.
Oh, big boy.
The headmaster's office. Perhaps Professor Fig will know what to do.
Hogwarts is a second home to me. Feeling a bit nostalgic about leaving one day.
Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Professor Fig, the Keepers have shown me where the next trial is.
Has something changed?
Lodgok and I have learned that the goblins are searching for another repository, and I discovered that they're building massive drill. Professor Fitzgerald seemed very
I see. Ranrock clearly knows even...
And sir, there's something else. Lodgok knew Miriam.
He knew Miriam?
They encountered each other at Rookwood Castle. She was doing research, That's where she found the container with the portkey. He liked her so much that he let her leave with it, despite orders from Ranrock.
I don't know what to say. She could win over almost anyone. I want to hear more of this. And, in fact, I'd like to speak with Lodgok directly. But we've no time now. Where is the next trial?
Believe it or not, it's in the headmaster's office.
Incredible. Very well. You'll need the password to get past the stone gargoyle. The headmaster's house elf will know it.
I don't know the headmaster's house elf. Will he even speak to me? I imagine he's loyal to the headmaster.
He is. So you'll need a disguise. I have just the thing. A polyjuice potion. You'll look and sound like Professor Black.
Wait, doesn't polyjuice potion require a bit of the person you want to change into? And take ages to brew?
It does.
So how do you already have polyjuice potion to change into Professor Black?
One never knows when such a thing may come in handy. Let's just say I felt the need to be prepared for anything after my fruitless trip to the Ministry on it. Now, time is of the essence. Drink up and I shall... How do you feel?
Incredible. I won't forget that taste anytime soon. How do I sound?
Convincing. I've taken the liberty of transfiguring your robes. As we discussed, you'll need the password from Scrope, who could be anywhere in the castle. You might look for Professor Kagawa. She's taken to badgering the poor elf about Quidditch in the hopes that he can convince Black to change his mind. Thus far, unsuccessfully.
I see. But what if Professor Black sees me?
Leave him to me. I shall tell him where to meet a liaison from the Ministry in Hogsmeade. That should give you...
Thank you, Professor.
It's rather strange to hear gratitude coming from Professor Black. I'll see you there.
Now to find the headmaster's house elf.
Do you have a moment, Professor? Professor, I was hoping to catch you.
Places to be, Professor Sharp. Places to be.
Of course, sir. Only... you'd asked me about a particular potion, and well,
I did? I did, yes. Well, spit it out, Sharp. I don't have all day.
Probably best not to discuss it here, sir.
I assure you, Sharp, you may speak freely.
Very well. I've brewed the cure for boils you wanted. I can drop it by your office when it's convenient.
Of course, yes. No need for all the cloak and dagger. Simply have a student deliver it.
A student? Very well, sir, if you insist.
I do. And thank you, Sharp. I just hope you've brewed enough for all my boils.
Now, to determine which student gets this rather unenviable task.
I haven't time for any of you at the moment. None. None at all. Move aside.
I thought I heard the headmaster approaching.
Gareth! Mr. Weasley, what are you doing here? Don't you have, somewhere to be?
Oh, Professor, yes, of course. All sorts of places I'd rather be right now. Do you need something from me?
I'm looking for my house elf. Surely you've seen him?
Ah, the little one-eared fellow. I saw him heading to the Great Hall moments ago, muttering on about your, sterling graces, sir.
I am watching you, Mr. Weasley. Mr. Redding, who owns Honeydukes, tells me some of his billywig stings recently went missing. Prime potion ingredient. And I know you fancy yourself a skilled potioneer.
What? Sir, I haven't been anywhere near Honeydukes.
Bah! That's enough from you. Just know that I have eyes and ears everywhere. On your way, Mr. Weasley.
For my diary.
Chewing with your mouth open? Where are your manners?
Professor Black, how are you, sir?
Mr. Gaunt, where do you think you're going?
I beg your pardon, sir. I'm simply on my way outside.
Taking the day off, eh? Typical student, wasting the hours away.
I have to write 20 inches on Dittany and its uses. Was heading to the greenhouse.
Ah, yes. Mixed with bubo tuber pus makes a fine mustache paste. Yes, mustache paste. I find.
Are you feeling all right, sir? You don't...
I assure you I am quite healthy, Gaunt. If I need a medical...
Something is very wrong.
Professor, a word? Professor Black? Again, it is not too late to reconsider your decision regarding Quidditch. We could still have trials and a somewhat shortened season. It would be better than none at all.
But the injury, Madam Kogawa.
Professor, more than one student has taken a bludger to the head on our pitch. I dare say it makes some sense. And they're fine now. The fact that it happened to be a pureblood, well...
What nonsense! That you would trivialize the health of a student over
a silly game. I've a good mind to write to the Department of Magical Games and Sports at the Ministry about you.
Good idea. I can even provide the parchment should you need it. Now, where is my elf?
Parchment? Very well, I will, and with pleasure. And I spotted Scrope in the Great Hall. Seems to be avoiding me.
I wonder why. Good day, Madam Kogawa.
What did we do to deserve him as a headmaster?
You call that a shine on those boots? Do
Anyone?
It's the headmaster, and he's coming this way.
Miss Broom, a word.
Oh, Professor, this is an interesting surprise. It's Bloom, by the way.
Remind me of your area of affinity, Broom. OWLs are swift approaching.
Charms, sir. Non-verbal spells. Might work on one that makes me disappear.
Well, keep at it, Broom. And before you know it, you'll be as invisible as that new fifth year seems to be.
They're not invisible. I mean, I've seen them about. I mean, yes, sir.
Speaking of invisible, where's my blasted house elf?
Something seems a little off.
Hey Mason, did you yell? Because I got my headphones on. Eventually, I'm in an important mission in Hogwarts. 80% done with the game. I'm trying to beat it for next year. So how does the lime cherry bang sound? I'll go to the other gas station. You what? Lime cherry bangs? Alright then. What do you mean, no, yeah, no, yeah, no. What's that? What you doing? Hey! What? Yeah. If they have them. At the gas station. The one that has them usually. Yep. But I'm gonna go a little bit later. I'm in the middle of a cool mission. Do you want to watch? Alright.
almost daily why I accepted this appointment from the minister.
Professor, I need to speak to you. Hello, Professor Black.
Professor Weasley. How delightful to see you. Since I have you here, I wonder if I might, speak with you about Professor Fig.
Oh, very well.
I've decided to give him a bit more, leeway with his time.
Leeway, Professor? Are you sure that's wise? I confess I do worry for his students. He's rarely here as it is.
Well, yes. He's handling some official ministry business for me.
I see. But, sir, if I may, I am wary of how much time the new fifth year seems to be spending away from the castle, supposedly on Professor Fig's behalf. I've heard unsettling rumors of their escapades. Everything from sneaking into the Forbidden Forest to confronting Ranrock's loyalists and Rookwood's lot.
What? Goodness. You cannot believe everything you hear, Professor. No, you cannot. I mean, I shall keep an eye on Fig. You simply keep doing the wonderful job that you're doing. Simply wonderful.
Thank you. But I'm happy to look into...
Good.
Hey, what's
That'll
up?
be all, Weasley. I mean, Professor Weasley. Good day.
A wonderful job. Leeway for Professor Fig?
That ought to give Professor Fig some breathing room.
As hard a worker
Not much, but Happy New Year.
Scrope!
Oh, greetings, Master.
Remind me of the password to my office.
Oh, but Master made Scrope swear never to tell anyone, even Master himself.
How dare you question me? I've a mind to give you a matching set of ears.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Scrope begs forgiveness. It is the Black family motto, Master.
Right. Of course.
Master does remember it.
It's pure bloods forever, isn't it?
Close, Master. Scrope thinks Master is indeed testing Scrope. It is always pure.
Obviously.
And, of course, as Master knows, in French.
Oh, oui, oui.
Yes, of course. I order you to pronounce it for me.
Oh, but Master knows that Scrope's French is most pitiful. Oh, very well. Toujours pur.
Ha! Thank you. Never speak of this conversation with me or anyone else.
Of course, sir. Scrope shall try his best to keep out of Master's way.
The Attention, students. I hereby decree that the Great Hall be forthwith decorated in the elegant banners of Ravenclaw. I shall be taking no questions at this time. Or ever.
Oh boy.
Lol.
Made it just in time. It's wearing off.
Fig was right. I can't believe it worked. Now to speak the password to the gargoyle.
We should speak with Mr. Bickle's friends. I believe I can sneak away without drawing my mother's eye. Meet me near Hogsmeade, and we will devise a plan.
what to do next. Let's see.
Do Sebastian.
But we're just friends. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Good old Sebastian.
I think...
Off on another adventure, are we?
Revelio.
What's up, homie?
My uncle. I wish I had better news about your uncle and Anne.
Well?
What do you see on?
I'm afraid he wants you nowhere near Felthcroft. Nor Anne.
I had to stop that goblin from killing my sister. He had no right to banish me from my own twin. If he thinks banishing me means I'm going to give up on Anne, he's sorely mistaken.
He also said he cannot excuse the use of dark magic in any form, and that if he hears of either of us using it, he'll go straight...
Huh? That relic, dark magic or not, I should send the crest to Anne. She'll know that we need to meet. Nothing, just a thought. Now I'm more determined than ever to learn what power that relic...
Playing on the PS5. PlayStation 5. Yep. Let's see here.
What did you mean you'd send Anne a crest so that she'd know to meet you?
We just lost our parents, and we were packing up to go and live with Solomon. We couldn't take everything. She was carefully organizing her prized possessions. A box of artifacts she'd collected to do with our family. Jewelry, cards, old photographs. She got to her favorite, a handmade crest, and when I was at second thought, she handed it to me. This will keep you safe, she said. It holds no enchantment, but I've kept it with me since. That's how I can reach Anne. I'll get the crest to her with plans to meet.
Be careful, Sebastian. Your uncle could intercept it. We'll be expelled.
Even if Ominous is upset with us, he has no love lost for his family. He'd use their connections to the headmaster if we needed his help.
I shall wait to hear from you then.
Thank you. I very much appreciate you standing by me through all of this. I'll send you an owl when I have news.
Well, as we're waiting for that owl message, we shall go back to the head office. Alright, let's see.
Have you got any unforgivables?
Oh yeah, I forget the one I got. I think it's one that takes over the brain.
Revelio.
Two more. Huh? Hey dude, calm down, man. I wonder.
Imperio.
Yep, that's the one. So I guess I just got one of them.
Revelio.
Thought that little thing looked a little suspicious. One more.
Crucio.
I'm actually going to take a break for about 15 minutes soon to go to the gas station and get some caffeine. So if you want to see me play later, do the old follow thing and subscribe. But we'll finish this part first.
Revelio.
The gargoyle. That's where I need to speak the password.
Should I get this little bonus first? Nah, we'll speak to the gargoyle first.
+1 like and subscribe.
Thanks, man.
Toujours pure. I wonder if all the elite wizarding families have a motto.
How do you know perfect French? Lol.
Well, yep. Oh, hold on.
Revelio.
Hey, is this the final one? Woohoo!
It's good to see you.
All thanks to Professor Fig's quick thinking. Now what?
Approach the pedestal in the antechamber and read the book that appears.
What can I expect to find in the book?
A story. I cannot say more. You may recognize some elements of it, as I was inspired by a tale with which many wizarding children are familiar.
I suspect there will be more to this than reading a book.
Your suspicions are correct. We shall speak when you are finished.
Has this been under the headmaster's nose all this time?
Speaking of which, I do need to get some caffeine drinks, but is there anything in here to grab? Let's look around a little bit. Mustache wax.
Happy New Year, BTW.
Yep, Happy New Year. Still 2023 where I'm at. Let's see, what is it? 6:22 p.m. East Coast time.
That must be the pedestal.
Same here.
The old sucked into the book routine.
37 minutes till New Year.
Ah, I see her from the future.
Professor Fitzgerald, can you hear me?
I am here. In this place, you may call me
Yuppie.
Very Assassin's Creed-ish.
To a fable. Pay attention. Things are not always as they seem. You must move swiftly and cautiously. Use the tools you encounter to find me.
Pretty cool. In
The
a book.
first you will need is a cloak.
Oh, I don't have my spells in this realm. Huh. Interesting.
In this place, as in life, death takes many forms. Avoid each of them at all costs.
What's up, Grim? Ah. Okay, so it did it for me. Guess we'll follow the old yellow indicator. This reminds me of that one music video. Take on Me, something something.
I should have run when I could. I'd be free by now.
They're gone.
Go, 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 go.
I need to get out of here.
The clue was I should have run.
I need to time this just right.
Oh. I'm a dead, ain't I? You died. Okay, we'll try again. We'll try again with a little less messing around.
I best move while I can. Luke must be here somewhere.
That sounds.
I need to time this just right.
I'm gonna try one more time and just pause and get my caffeine. I need the caffeine. Let's see. Make your way through town without being seen.
Come and leave.
Should I, like, wait here a little bit? Don't tell me. It's rhetorical.
Get Coke or SMTH.
I need to time this just right.
Well, we're gonna sign off, get some caffeine, and be back. Be back by 15, 17 minutes. Peace.